like to also, you know, be known, or something, the question you asked, or, you know, to categorize my playing, or want to be known as. And I think my drumming, I don't know what you call it, whether a skank beat or a thrash beat, because I play it differently than most other drummers. You know, it's just a single bass drum, and to me it's a punk beat. Dead Kennedys, you know, GBH, circle jerks, and that's this beat right here. And it's simple, but for some reason some drummers don't play it right. They lose like a vibe or a momentum that is necessary. So I'm gonna try to play it for you and see if you notice like the little nuances, you know, without all the music, so that way you can hear kind of the rhythm or the momentum that I create with that drum beat. It's like a polka beat, but, you know, just play it a little faster. And a little more angry. That's a thrash beat. Any other questions? Yes.
Would you say that's one of the things that made Slayer unique, is the influence of punk?
Yes, absolutely. Because Slayer, all Slayer was a metal band. We were just we would do Point of Entry by Judas Priest. We do, what's that Deep Purple song? Highway Star. Then we got into Iron Maiden. We played Murders in the Rue Morgue and Wrathchild and Killers, and so we were just a metal band. But then Jeff brought in, you know, a bunch of punk albums, and I fell in love with the music because it had a different energy and a different attitude that fueled me. I mean, I was 17 years old when I first started Slayer, so you know, at that age, you know, you're very receptive to different styles of music, and punk definitely was a big influence on not only my playing, and I think to the evolution of the band, for sure. Right there. And then you, and then, yes?
So on the subject, you're getting, you still have the little time to use that?
Yeah. What about it?
You still have it?
No, I don't. 2 storage units were stolen, were, you know, broken into, and a lot of my drums have been stolen through the years, which is unfortunate, including the Rain of Blood drum set. Seasons, I had a big chrome drum set I used during Seasons in the Abyss, and that's gone. And I had another black one that was big. It had 16-inch tom-tom. It had a 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 10, and 8 with 18 and 20-inch floor tom. Massive. Gone. So it's kind of sad, but I'm building my little collection again. Yes. Oh, you guys were next. Go. You're next.
What was your, did Patton specifically explain to you what he was looking for Fantomas stuff, or maybe kind of leave it up to you? And if so, what was your approach? Because it's very strange music.
Yeah, Fantomas. Well, check it out. Patton is a genius. That's it. Just flat out. The guy's a genius. He's from another world. And he's very inspirational, and working with Patton is like taking a music vitamin, music education vitamin, because you just learn so much. He sent me, let's say on the first album, he sent me a cassette with everything done. The drums were there, the bass, the guitar, the samples, all the vocals. And I asked him, why do you need me? It's perfect. And he said he wanted the human element, you know, in the band, and he wanted to take this out on the road and perform it. So, you know, that music's very, very difficult, very, very unique. To give you an example how complex and difficult this music is, we'll spend about 2.5 hours on 2 seconds of music. 2 seconds of music. So 1,000, 2,000. You can't imagine how much information Mike Patton can put in 2 seconds of music. And it can make your life a little frustrating. Like, but at the end, you're like, I understand. It makes absolute sense. So, there's room, a little bit of room for like improvising or adding your own style. Pretty much all that's done. It's written. It's unlike any other music I've worked on, and it's probably the most difficult music I've ever worked on. And I'm very proud to say it's kicked my ass. Really, it's just brutal. I have to relearn the director's cut album because we're getting back together for the first time in 10 years and performing at a festival in Santiago, Chile, December 6th. I am so excited about this because I get to see Buzz and Trevor. I got to see Pat and Trevor in Australia recently when I performed with Zorn. And, I saw Buzzo in Switzerland when I was performing with Film. We opened up for Buzzo, and it was just great. I think it's going to be really exciting. We're going to have so much fun. I don't know if we're going to, who knows what's going to happen. Chaos and some craziness. Someone else, yes?
What technique do you use for bass?
Double bass. Okay. This is fun. I like showing this part of my clinic here. My technique is heel up. And, okay, it's a heel up technique, but there's a lot of other important factors that go into double bass. One of which is the tension on your bass drum head. I've played on a lot of drum sets, other musicians, other drummers, and the bass drum head is very, very loose. Now my philosophy behind that is, imagine trying to do a press roll, very tight press roll on pillows. You don't get any response. So I try to tighten my heads. My bass drum heads are, pretty tight. These are loose. I didn't have too much time to work with them, but they sounded good, so I just kept them that way. But I prefer them to be, fairly tight. Now the bass drum pedal is another thing. I'm using, I don't use Pearl, but I use Ludwig drums, Evans drum heads, Promont drumsticks, and Heisty cymbals. And I'm using Iron Cobra pedals. It just seems like these pedals for me are the ones most compatible, with my playing and my approach. Damn, that throat's heavy. Okay. Notice my pedals, the tension is fairly tight. And also the footboard is a little higher than normal. I also bring back, my beater. I do this kind of like, compare it to, you have your rifle or your gun, you have it cocked and ready to go, ready to shoot. So that's kind of my philosophy, is that you're ready to go. And the heel is up. And so this is what I do. Okay, it just flows really easy, at least for me. I think that tension is very important. And another very key factor that contributes to the smoothness of the double bass is, and again, I've played other bass drums and other drum sets with drummers with double pedals and double bass, and sometimes one, like their left bass drum pedal, is like this, and then the other one is back, or vice versa, or the tension is more loose on one than the other. They both have to be the same, exactly the same. And how I recommend to fix that is obviously you put your pedals together and you look at them and, you know, get them at a nice angle, get all the footboards, you know, lined up correctly, but also the springs. You know, you wonder how can I, you know, match the tension. So I've kind of developed this on my own, trial and error, and I hope it works. It worked last night, but this is what I did. They should stop at the same time. Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much the same. So that really helps, you know, because then, like I said, some guys come up to me, Dave, I can't, you know, play double bass, you know, I'm tired or whatever. And again, it has to do a lot with the tension and your bass drum, making sure that, you know, there's tension on the bass drum as well. Yeah. So I think if you take those steps and try to, you know, dial it in and fix them and give them a little love, I think you'll be able to at least get closer to what